Here we go. Final pick coming in from the side of TLID. Last 5 seconds here for them to decide on how to deal with this composition. They do go Valentina here. Wow.
And Rema, you sort of called it, right? But I think Onic
Yeah.
just weren't sure if they wanted to commit to a cool front. I think it's fine either way.
Yeah.
I mean, the Valentina overall, you have the final slash. We've seen that being utilized plenty of times.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think, yeah, that might be the X factor here actually. The fact that there's also a final slash on the side of Team Liquid ID that they can use to surprise.
I don't know. I feel like it's more, there's a higher inclination for Onic Esports to take this away because, again, Valentina is also quote-unquote kind of short range. We'll see the battle spells once we start getting into the game. I'm hoping people are taking Purifies. Dear God, they better do. All right, that's enough of me. I'm going to pass it to you boys to take us into Land of Dawn for game number 2. It's going to be Husky and as well as Remar.
Thank you very much, Gideon. Yes, I do hope Yehescu goes for Purify. If he goes for Flicker, we are going to have a lot of conversations on our hands. But Onic Esports, they did open up game 1 with a resounding victory. Just one Lord was all it takes. Let's see if the choo-choo train continues in game 2 with TLID finding themselves on the red side and Onic Esports on blue.
Alright. I still really wish I was the Kufra, but this time that means they can still just be really aggro. Still a lot of map presence, a lot of macro for the side of Onic with the Khalid Low-Yi combination with how fast they can rotate. And
Witty!
Oh, wow! And apparently it's a nightmare for a Cho to deal with in the mid lane trading.
I mean, you're getting stuck on that cool front. You're getting sucked back by the duality. This again, just like game 1, disaster happens at minute 1, right? Game 1 it was Fabian had to deal with it. Now Witty getting first blooded, and that went over to Sans, who now is gonna be so much happier with the state of that mid lane.
Yeah, 2 games in a row now. Wait a minute, is Kyrie not getting his own purple buff? He decided to go for the green instead, and Onic are just protecting his purple buff, so it's a late purple take. Kyrie decided to invade before completing his own buff rotation. Wow!
That and also, right, the recoils could be forced out, so TLID, they get nothing from Ludpi. The wave is going to meet in the middle, so not really much lane advantage for TLID. Kyrie gets to skip the entire encounter with Fabian. The Skiboy was just sitting on the top bush the whole time.
Yeah, protecting their jungle. And in the mid, such a fast clear for Low-Yi and Khalid. And again, controlling the Cho. I think that's why they decided to go for this combo instead, because not only does it control Cho, it hurts Cho with damage.
Every time Witty walks up, he just eats a face full of just sand.
Yeah, sand and whatever Low-Yi tosses. Magic, apparently.
Apparently it is.
Pure magic.
It's from the Monian Plains? No, wait, no. What's the equivalent of like the Chinese region in the lore? I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, it's at the tip of my tongue. The Cadian Riverlands.
The Cadian Riverlands, thank you. Kyrie does have some enemies on his hand. When he finds a knock-up, Kyrie eats the concussive blast. Will survive for now. Fabian goes for it. First blood delivered to Fabian as Witty makes a great escape with the flicker. Fabian still jumping around. Keyboy now the victim. Ludpi will survive. TLID off to a good start.
Yeah, that was just TLID with a better response, better timing. And now Onic Esports, I think that should already be a sign for them that says they can't pull off the same things they pulled off earlier. Can be really aggressive because now Team Liquid ID have sharpened up their execution a little bit. They can continue to bother Witty, but just now be more ready for a Team Liquid ID response to your aggression.
Especially when Witty, he is willing to make those plays, right?
Yeah.
He was the reason that Kyrie went down first blood. Still, the turtle for them doesn't really mean too much. As of this point, TLID don't really have a substantial lead to make a big difference. Even topside, Severo against Aaron Shiki, Severo is really holding his own. And TLID, you know, they haven't really been providing backup to the top side, but you can say the same for Onic, unlike game 1.
It seems like Aaron Shiki has a slight lead over Severo. It could be a minion or 2 that he's over. And right now, that Harris needs to be dealt with by Onic Esports. They just can't let it free fall.
A couple more pokes from Sans and Keyboard onto Yehescu. Fabian, multiple targets to go for. The body's going to be Sans stunned up under the turret. Fabian will still find Sans, but Keyboy and Kyrie trace him back. Ludpi, bottom side, will lose out to Aran. The curtain call just doing more than enough. A kick from Witty on the Kyrie. Blazer to escape. Keyboy covers his track.
Yeah, Team Look at ID finally got to level things out here. And okay, yesterday we saw the outlier of Kirk's Arlot defeating the CC of Aran. This is actually how the CC Arlot trade should be going, wherein Aran is just giving a lot of difficulty for this Arlot. And he recognizes it, already able to build the axe, so he should be good.
With the War Axe, it essentially just wins him the lane entirely, right? No more 1v1s for Lutpi. You're looking to... In fact, crazily enough, right, CC doesn't have the best wave clear, but in this case, it really doesn't matter as much. You can say the same for Arlet as well. In fact, the pressure continues. Aran sweep under the turret, down low, but able to heal himself back up with the War Axe and Curtain Call. Diversion will be used. Kyrie being delivered to the bush by Sans, but the rest of TLID have already escaped.
Okay, so I like the speed the Team Liquid ID are going at. It's the same speed that Onic Esports were doing earlier. So despite the bad start for Witty, they were able to recover quickly.
Instant call to take the turtle. Witty kicks Keyboy away. This should be a full disengage for Onic. Keyboy has used the ultimate to get out. Even commits the flicker. Witty survives again, but Kyrie will be jumped up by Aaron Shiki. A solo kill about to happen in the jungle of Onic as Aaron Shiki finds Kyrie.
It seems like rushing their side laner picks, getting the CC and getting the Harith right away as their first two picks are working out so well for Team Liquid ID that even though for the first two rotations, Widdy was sort of shut down there, the side lanes were doing very well, and that's where the stability was for Team Liquid ID.
Yeah, so many teams, I think, in the past few months, right, leading up to M6, are not willing to go for these big picks because they're so worried about answers from the enemies. But
Exactly.
Liquid ID have figured out that certain heroes, there's not much answer to it, right? CC, Harith, diverging to the bot side, Fabian is the target. They will protect the turret, but again, TLID dodged the bullet. In fact, there is a stolen final slash from your HQ on the Esports. They call for a retreat.
I wonder if that's also something they're considering come these skirmishes and fights, is that what ultimate does he Hezkiel as? I mean, when the Arlot came, when the Valentina came out, you instantly pointed out that that was going to be a final slash for Team Liquid ID. And yeah, it looks like it's becoming the X factor. Let's see in the next fights. In terms of the gold, see Aaron Shiki doing much more better than Severo this time around. 600, 700. That is at least 2 waves already. One by Aaron Shiki, good advantage for him, and he was able to chip down at the gold shielding.
I mean, Eroshiki is ready to fight, but for
Yeah.
Severo, he needs a lot more time. Final slash on the 2 from Lutpi. They want to protect this purple buff, but it doesn't seem possible though. Kyrie will not get it. Fabian with Grand Death Purple is going to run away. Instant rotation to the top side, and now Severo is going to feel the heat, even losing out the gold crab. So it's now TLID holding control of the game.
More axe just built up by Kyrie. That's only his first item. He's going for the Chop Suey build of Fury Hammer and then getting for a full build first item. He's probably going to complete the Hunter Strike after this War Axe. For Severo, just 2 items, no DHS yet for him.
Fabian will try to go on Severo, but Keyboy here to save him. And I just noticed, 7 minutes in, we talk so much about, Hezkiel better go for Purify, but no, he has Flicker. He is ready to make plays. And I guess it isn't an issue because Onic Esports have not been able to find a way to get on top of him. TLID will get the second turtle of the game, or the third turtle.
Yeah, it feels like Hezkiel accepted that his role here is Arlot cosplay. Oh, a kick by Widdy!
Keyboy can be swiped back as well, tries to use the Raging Sandstorm, even using the Flicker, still goes down. Lutpi finds a final slash, but Fabian hits the backline instantly, and TLID have control of the mid side.
Okay, despite all the damage that Khalid can dish out, it's damage that sort of puts him in a risky position. Once you get caught out in an off angle by that Khalid, it's going to be easy for the Cho to just kick him. Hence why I go back to the thought that I really wish I was a Kufra man.
Yeah, I wish so too, because look at the amount of dashes that TLID has. Everyone is scared of Kufra. By the way, Fabian's about to hit that Holy Crystal second item.
Already, wow, 1,260 lead. Oh, I thought it'd be a significantly larger lead for Fabian, but Kyrie has leveled things a little bit. Like, he's kept it within reach.
Yeah. In terms of levels, it's 1 level difference. Lutpi though, not sure if he can survive this. Fabian with another free kill, and that's off of a fresh Holy Crystal. 3-1 right now.
Yeah, that was a full utility EXP move where they used the final slash to bring it closer to Kyrie. and it increased his chance of securing it, which it did. So it was still a good play by Onic Esports, but Team Liquid ID right now, they just know they're so in the lead, they've snowballed, they won the side lanes, they leveled out and eventually won the center of the map. It seems like we're already on the road to seeing a 1-1.
Yeah, double Holy Crystal. One on Aaron Shiki, one on Fabian. So far, the Luo Yi games hasn't been going well. Good move from Kyrie to really time that Blade Surge. Yeah, I mean, these Luo Yi's, game 1 it was Yehescu who struggled, game 2 now Sans is struggling as well. Witty feeling a lot more confident just opening up the map, and TLID, I don't know how Onic is going to contest this.
Yeah, I think they just have to accept that Liquid ID is going to be living in their jungle for a while, and they just have to try and open up the map for Severo. I like Keyboy's positioning right now because low-key, that's actually him providing space and room for Severo to split push without a problem, but it's bad here in the bottom.
I mean, Lupi just he's got himself and Sans killed by flickering with the current call on top of him, and it should be just an easy cleanup. Aaron Shiki with a very straightforward double kill, and now Kyrie, he's going to be next on the chopping block. What's the move? There's the Blade Surge and Qual the Evo, but Team Liquid ID sticks onto him. Final slash by Yehescu for dead on Onic.
And Onic Esports says we're just going to pop the Holy Shield up top, and that was the gamble that they decided to play for, the gambit that they decided to play for just what push we could get, but it just means Team Liquid ID's lead has gotten even bigger.
6.5k, and will continue to balloon after this Lord take. It's going to result in an inhibitor take for sure if that Lord comes either through the side lanes, right? Either side lanes don't have Holy Shoes anymore. An attempted SOD gets nothing for Savero. Liquid ID, they are in such a comfortable spot. Look at that, War X, Oracle for the CC. No one can stop Aran.
Yeah, the adjustments that Team Liquid ID did for the rotations. And another way to see that the CC is so in the lead right now. Oracle second item, Brute Force Breastplate third item. Yeah, that's a CC that knows that I snowballed.
Yeah. When we looked at the patch notes, we were like, man, they really bumped down the defense you get, and they bumped up the offense.
Yeah.
And Aran is like, yeah, that's my item now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have such a great time with the extra stats I get.
Yeah, and I mean, since it did bump up the attack, it's the right call to build that item real quickly. It's like how the equivalent of if you can build the Malefic Roar when you're snowballing, then you build the Malefic Roar third item.
If I can do true damage, might as well. And the stolen final slash. Where is the damage gonna come from Onic? Because I mean, it feels like only Savero can do it.
Yeah, it's really tough. Somehow they have to chain crowd controls with the duality and with the Raging Sandstorm, but it's tough.
Oh, Yehescu walks up to get a final slash. Aaron Shiki almost goes down. They try to go for him, but Aaron Shiki escaped. Good attempt from Keyboy though. They can trade Witty for both Ludpi and Keyboy. Onic, at least a silver lining is they defend their base, but that was a risky move by TLID that somehow paid off.
Yeah. They only sacrificed Witty, but they got a good amount. They got 2 down. No turrets broken though, that I think maybe in their heads they're already counting that one as a loss, because you do and commit plays like that because you want turrets, so maybe they'll get it here.
They're gonna try. Lupi and Keyboy will be back in time, so the backup will be present for Onic. TLID, they really didn't get much, but Sans want to make that divergent play. Do they read this? They're gonna make their move. Kyrie spots both of them. Lives will be sacrificed. They fight Aran. Kyrie jumped on by Fabian. Aaron Shiki will be forced to disengage. Yehescu flickers forward. They want to look for Sans. Sans throw his life, throw out every single spell to find a second kill. Keyboy gets Fabian, and now he's full retreat. SOD connects. Savero! Flicker, but kicked by Witty. Aaron Shiki still falls. Onic Esports not able to get the full wipe, but still they make the best out of it.
The Gila Gambit works. It's just Witty left, but Keyboy and Ludpi. Let's see if they can even break this turn, because Witty should be able to defend it. Ludpi commits the final slash, and yeah, they defend the turret in the mid. That opens up space for Onic Esports and gives them a bit more gold with a couple of shutdowns they were able to get.
Yeah, Witty was the, I would say he's the saving grace, right?
Yeah.
That last kick really shut down Savero. Could have gotten a lot worse. Could have been a bulldoze down the mid lane. But still, Onic, they cut down the gold deficit by what? Close to 5,000? We went from almost 9k to below 3,000, and now it's anyone's game. Second Lord up on the table.
Yeah. At this point, Onic Esports have completed the comeback. It's not even in terms of the gold, but they definitely have the resources now to fight even better. But can they do it in an honest team fight? Or will they have to rely on using the diversion to come from unsuspecting angles?
That was the way that they were able to make that comeback, right? Or the beginning of a comeback happen. Of course, a lot of things come down to Ludwig as well. He's gonna get kicked, get caught. Can he get off a final slash in time? He's gonna try, but still goes down. And that's gonna be Fabian to the backline. Keyboy flickers away. Fabian should be safe. Savero doing way too much damage. Onic loses the Arlet once more.
Prolific Roar built up by Kyrie, and it seems like in terms of an honest approach, Team Liquid ID has that in the bag. With Widdy goes in, Jeet Kune Do, knock up, kick, onto Lutpi, onto T-Boy, whoever you see, go for it. But in terms of the unique entry points that you can go for, that's Onic Esports playstyle, which, how many times have we seen it before? The team fight or the lineup that's easier to pull off is usually the one that just takes the win.
And it's a lot of pressure onto Lutpi. Right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Lutpi and Keyboy, they don't want to be in front, but in this case, I think Lutpi needs to somehow get a final slash off, right? Like he has been put on the reactive end, and even in the previous engage by Widdy, Lutpi just could not get anything done.
Yeah, they need to get vision, and unfortunately, yeah, Lutpi is the fall guy in this scenario because when Keyboy falls and it's just Lutpi as the front line, it's even harder if it was the other way around and it was just the Khalid in the front line because the Khalid at least can keep himself alive in an easier way. Lutpi keeps himself alive by putting himself in danger by attacking and diving into the lineup of Team Liquid ID. So I think this is just expected with the lineup they've decided to go for.
Let's see Fabian threatening a dive. Lutpi can be gone on
What?
loses most of health. Keyboy too. So two inhibitors go down simultaneously. TLID getting mid and bottom. The Lord will now have to be taken care of. Plenty of damage from Onic Esports at this point to make it happen. Can still play. Widdy looking for a play. Couldn't find the Jeet Kune Do, stunned up, but durable enough to get away. Lord still is a problem. Keyboy swept back and use the Raging Sandstorm just to buy a bit of time. Aaron Shiki almost goes down, but Fabian just on top of Lutpi takes him out. The Lord still alive. Fabian has to retreat. But all things said and done, Kyrie will get Fabian. All inhibitors down for Onic, but Savero is still going. No SOD to follow up. TLID gets the full base. Sans not done just yet though. Widdy's gonna check the bush. He's gonna instantly see the port. And Savero once more goes huge. But do they know that Aaron Shiki and Yehescu are there? Savero is the target. The Purify from Aaron Shiki just enough. But Kyrie once more strikes back and Onic holds on.
Yehescu left alone. Sans and Kyrie want to chase after him, but Yehescu won't even be able to use the diversion.
Oh!
He flickered into it. What an escape by Yehescu.
That's the use of the flicker the entire game. That was that play. Yehescu once more escapes with his life. But now Onic, they're in a tough spot. They might have defended their base, but without any structures remaining, it's gonna be a tall order.
Yeah, it was so scrappy, quite messy, but I really like how we got to see the way of thinking. Fabian going forward takes a step back. Oh no, he didn't even take a step back. It was just a little bit overread slightly by Savero, and you see Aaron Shiki and Yehescu waiting here for so long. They knew they could get something here, and before that diversion was completed, you actually saw Widdy preempt that. He knew and expected the diversion would end up there, and TLID were ready to respond to it.
Now Onic, let's see if they can put a play of a lifetime, and this could be it. Oh, Fabian right on top of them. They're gonna jump on Fabian. He's dead. Kyrie sacrifices his life. Big final slash from Lutpi. But where's Savero? That's the guy that you need to watch out for. SOD connects. Savero tries to go for Aaron Shiki. Can't get range just yet, but it's between him and the Harif. Yehescu trying to escape from Sans. Will make it the case. Sans flickers forward for the kill, and Onic continues to make the big plays.
But Savero still trying to find an even bigger target than Aran. Aaron Shiki still alive, so TLID still has their gold laner. Aran and Aaron Shiki, they still want to fight.
They definitely have the tools to do so. Savero is the target. Aaron Shiki goes for him. But the knockback from the spear, just enough to keep Savero alive. And TLID not done just yet. Keyboy flickers the top of Aaron Shiki, trying to stay alive. The concussive blast, the shield once more keeps Aaron Shiki alive. Divergence comes in. Sans, he carries himself forward. Aaron Shiki loses immortality. And Sans Esports blows him up. Onic staggering the death timers of TLID.
Crazy! By the Gila himself, Sans is 3-3-12 with this low Yi. Of all the people who I thought could have gotten that kill finally on Aaron Shiki with how long he survived, even juggling immortality, it was Sans who respawned and came back with the diversion. But he's 5-handed Windy.
They're looking for an endgame angle. The wave is already pushing in. Lupi, how long can he hold on? And
It
so
lands.
disconnect. Savero to the rescue! And he will survive. Onic Esports now, another move. Sans and Kyrie, the diversion spotted out by TLID, but this time they're not going to be in any danger. Even counter diversion from your Hesq, just in case Onic catches up to the team. But TLID, they survive this one.
You can't even call this brawl server because they're also handling macro alongside with it.
Woo.
They're both utilizing the diversion to its utmost potential, and now Onic Esports are looking at this and saying, okay, we're holding on, but how do we put ourselves in a better spot to end it all? Because even though they can start off a sequence with 1 or 2 instantly down on the side of Team Liquid ID, it takes a while for Aaron Shiki and another major damage dealer to go down.
They kick Lupi again, but this time we
Sounds like
pick
Kyrie.
to the wall. Keyboy, Winter Truncheon, and the Quicksand Guard just to heal up, but he just explodes. So that's going to be a kill for TLID. Unfortunately, on Esports, they are in such a horrible spot. TLID, there's a pincer maneuver potential. Sans, he's going to go down. Winter Truncheon to buy time. Lupi looking for an escape. Kyrie, can you make the best out of this? Seems like the answer is no. Sans will fall. 2 for TLID.
And that's it. The gambit was read by Team Liquid ID. Kyrie and Sans left that shrub a little too early, or they decided to join in a little too late when Team Liquid ID was already pushing back the members of Onic Esports, and Liquid won't even go for the Lord. They want to end.
Another conceal play. Aaron Shiki straight for the Crystal. Savero is going to make the play of his life. The pierce damage from the passive might be enough. Savero! Oh my goodness, the damage is there, but TLID just brute forces down. The Crystal is an equalizer for TLID.
1-1, the current score between these two teams. The Indonesians putting on the show of a lifetime for the audience live in Johor Bahru.